Well, hey there, everybody. Hi.
Welcome back. Happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday, yes. And if you're
Whew,
watching this in the future, happy whatever day you're watching.
exactly.
Or if you're in Australia, happy Saturday.
Yeah.
It's weird.
How's it going
Yeah.
tomorrow?
Yeah, how's the future? Let us know that it's awesome. Hi Nick, how are you?
What's up, dude?
Nick, who are you? Where are we? Tell us about all the
We
things.
we haven't done that in quite a while, huh?
It's true.
Let's reintroduce ourselves. My name is Nick Longo. I'm based in Los Angeles, graphic designer, brander, and teacher at Cal State Northridge, and your co-host along with this guy on
Hi,
Office Hours.
it's
Who
me.
are you?
My name is Andrew Hochradel. I am a designer, creator, person. I don't know what I do anymore, but I'm here on camera with you a whole lot on
There
Adobe
you go.
Live, doing daily creative challenges, teaching, hanging out, and also doing design in the nights in the secret that eventually you'll see sometime. But yeah, we're here on Office Hours. This is a show where we help you. We just try to give you advice, teach you new things, and have a bunch of fun in the process. Hello, lots of are my nails color themed with Office Hours? They're not. They're actually RGB color themed. So we did a little
Very nice.
RGB. You guys can't see the green because it absolutely keys out. Um, didn't think about it. So
That's
yeah,
great.
welcome back. We're in the middle of a show called Adobe Abroad. And Nick, what's the twist on Office Hours for Adobe Abroad?
We went abroad and we are taking our cameras and our phones with us and we're trying to do workflow on the go. And
Yes.
the cool thing is we're zeroing in on all these Adobe mobile apps. And I literally, honest to God, was just saying to Andrew before this, I'm going to start using these. These have really become cool. You guys are killing it on the homework. I
Yes.
mean, are we, we're
So good.
blessed, dude. We are blessed. You
Yes.
guys, it's still, I'm looking at it on the other screen and they're like, people are trying to get it in as we are going now to get it in on time because we are highlighting it now, which is cool. But today, what program are we specifically doing?
So today we are talking about Rush, not the band, even though I do want to talk about the band. That's it, yeah. We are talking about Rush, and it is going to be making videos. And so Nick and I both have videos for you. Nick, what's your video going to be?
Mine is plants around the neighborhood.
Sweet.
That was about as travel oriented as I can handle right now. What about
Yes.
you?
I'm doing a get ready with me. A lot of you maybe have been curious what it's like before office hours starts. And so we're going to show you my on camera makeup routine, my setup, and how I get ready. So we're going to do that together and edit as we go. But before we get there, we are going to start doing something each week that's going to be super exciting and able to highlight you. And that is we're going to do homework reviews.
I can't wait. This
I
is so
love that your
cool.
mic totally keyed out the clap, or it was just a very soft clap.
It knows how to do that now. I think it's getting used to me and my
That was fantastic. So if you want to, you can join Office Hours and follow along with our presentation today right down here,
yeah.
bit.ly/Adobe Office Hours. That's where all files are. But if you really want to get into it, our community is thriving over at the Discord link right under there. And make sure you join that Discord because that's where you were posting your homework. That's where we're doing reviews. And that's where we're going to do something special. Nick, what's happening in Discord now? What's the new twist on our Discord?
Oh, we are going to be using you guys, whoever does the homework, as not only shout outs, but maybe a little bit something extra for them as well,
That's
right?
right. Giveaways are coming to Discord. We do them in chat here a
Hmm.
lot, but we're going to be moving them exclusively into Discord. So we'll be talking about them here. We'll be telling you what we're giving away. But at the end of the show, we're going to hop over to Discord to do the actual giveaway. So make sure you are signed up,
Yes.
and make sure you've posted homework, and make sure you're in there to find out if you've won. If we see something and you're not in Discord, it's going to be a sad tear that trickles down from our eye and then lands on the next
Don't
person to
let
win.
that happen.
Don't let that happen. So yeah, join the Discord gang. Let's take a look at
Great.
some of the work here. We have Shay doing
I
some
love this.
editing in Lightroom. Nick, what was the homework last week?
Yes, so you were to take Lightroom and take some pictures see what happens. Just explore all those filters we showed you. And I gotta tell you, some of the stuff here, you can't believe what people have found in pictures that looked like they were almost complete loss.
Yes.
Right? Like almost like this is like a photo rescue app. I mean, look at this first one. You would have never known these colors and things are in there, and they could have been added, but I don't care. They look fantastic, right?
Absolutely, yeah. And even
Love it.
toning colors out. There's a lot of color in the top, lots of
Yeah,
like odd greens, some weird reflections on the ground, and then
definitely.
boom, we've pulled all that out. We've unified everything.
We
Man
good
down.
now?
Man down, y'all. I'm so
Okay.
sorry. I tried to mute my mic, but I didn't hit
Oof.
the button. I couldn't reach it. I was dying. Okay, I'm here.
He's back.
It's fantastic. I love it.
Yes.
Continuing down, I want to talk about a few that have like pushed to the extra mile.
Oh, I love it.
Gray
Yeah, go for
Ghost,
it.
awesome,
Oh
awesome
my
job.
God.
Scrolling down just a little bit, it looks like a photo that you're like, the lighting's a little off. It's a little too dark on one side, and you've pulled in that warmth.
My
You've
God.
lightened up those
Gorgeous.
shadows on the side, and it's turned into a great headshot.
It's so neat. Like that could real that looks like editorial to me.
Yes. And then
You
we
know?
got real funky and crazy, which I love in the third one. Very
Yes.
editorial. Uh,
Always cool.
and then I wanted to point out one more before we jump into the lecture, and that is down here with le horses. It's a bit down.
Yes.
Where are those
There it is.
horses? They're so gorgeous. There we go. Yes.
Laura.
So Laura, great job with these horses. This first one, again, looks like it's a dead photo, right? We're just like, okay, like the light flare is weird. Everything's a little bit washed out. You don't have the saturation. And then the second one, you pull it in so it's rich, it's warm. You've taken that light and really poured it over.
Yeah.
Fantastic job.
Yeah, remember, I think we were talking about like you could actually almost change the season of the picture that was where it looks like icy cold. Now it's turned to like this almost summer spring.
Yep, and we
Pretty
also talked
amazing.
a lot about that sun ray of pulling the sun if you get the flare into the bright yellow, and she did that in the other
Yes.
one, which is awesome. Great
Mm,
job. You like 100% listened, put it together, like did all the things that we suggested, and hopefully
well
learned some
done.
stuff in the process.
Love it. Great
Great
job,
job.
guys.
All
Thank you
right.
for doing that.
So, with that, at the end of the show, we will be reminding you we'll be hopping over into Discord and we'll be doing a giveaway in Discord immediately following this show. There's nothing on after us, so we can do that. We can take you away from here on Adobe Live. The after party is going to be in Discord. We'll do the giveaway. So, Nick, let's go ahead
Yes.
and hop in and talk about what we're doing today, go through our lecture, and then we're going to hop into the program and actually work. Nick's going to be
Yeah.
working an iPad today, and I'll be working on my iPhone. Just for context, I have an iPhone 12. Nick, what iPad do you have?
Oh, I'm just using a iPad Air 2, I believe.
Yes.
So
So
nothing too new here.
yeah, you don't need the newest stuff. It works on pretty much whatever.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and hop in. And yes, great work, everyone. Thanks. Yes, Elizabeth and Celeste, everyone is round of applause to
Yes,
yourselves.
I love seeing you guys cheer each other on. That's the true kind of test of a classroom. You guys are
Yes.
all students together. We love seeing that. Awesome job.
Yes, it
Awesome
is
job.
fun. It's a fun little community we're building there, and hopefully
I
the
know.
goal is to keep growing it. If you guys want to invite your friends, invite your classmates, have them join the Discord. The link's right over there, super easy, bit.ly/oh abroad, and they can get involved there and then join us for
Excellent.
all the things. Cool. So Nick, let's hop in
Yeah.
to episode 3, Adobe Rush. What are we doing on this show? Quick overview.
Quick overview is we are workflow on the go. We've
That's
told you
it.
that from the very beginning. You do not need to be sitting at your computer. Get out, do something fun on your mobile device. Here's our syllabus. We love to show you this just so we can kind of take a quick look at it. And we know it's Adobe Fresco week next week.
Yes,
So
I'm very
some good
excited.
stuff coming up. Yeah.
Yes, we'll be hanging
Um,
out showing you how to make some cool art and then maybe even apply that to some mock-ups, put it on some walls, do a kind of open air
boom,
painting
boom, boom.
or something mural. So that'll be
Yeah.
really, really fun. Join us next week, same time, same place. This is going to be our time for quite a bit.
Yes.
And it's a really special community you're building. Yes, absolutely. All right, so continuing on,
Very
again, how to
cool.
get involved. We reviewed the homework. We did things out of order. Let's just jump into it. Nick,
Yeah. Why
Why
video?
video?
Why?
I love that we've started every topic with just why and then question
Why?
of like what the thing is. Why art? Why video? Why
Yeah.
photo?
I think we have a sense of like a little kind of chain reaction going because why was the big thing about season one, wasn't
It's
it? We were
true, it
always talking
was.
about the why. We're going to tell you the why. We have just random stuff here, but it just shows the importance of what video does. It establishes some authority. It makes it more personable. Also, it creates that emotional feel. It strikes at your like, emotional chord. And in no other in a way that like video static things and things like that can't do, right? You just want to have some
Yes.
motion, some cool stuff. Next slide. It builds trust in this era of like, I love this design, this quote. It says, in this new era, it demands a focus on ignition, not just content, right?
Ooh.
And or trust, not just traffic. So
Yes.
think about, these are those ways if you are trying to build your little design studio, make yourself a more better applicant for the next job or promotion. All of these things make such a difference,
Yep.
and video is a great way to do it and make your stuff stand out.
Yeah, and we've talked about this idea before that inspiration only matters when it leads to action. And so it's the same
Yeah.
thing here, that it's not just content, it's content with a focus on ignition. Something's happening with that.
Yeah, it's a
Um,
great line. Love
yes.
it. Next
And
up,
yes.
oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, keep going.
Oh, I was gonna say next up is this idea about it appealing to mobile users even more so than regular. 90% of consumers watch videos on their mobile. Just think about your own habits. I think when you're scrolling through, the video does kind of stop you in your tracks, right? And it kind
Yes.
of makes you kind of give it that next second to watch it and see. I think that's a great stat to kind of consider why you should be doing more. Obviously, too, it encourages more social shares. So think about it. 76% people said they were more likely to share something that was branded if it had video in it, and they're going to share it with their friends, anybody else. And I think that's a huge point of just getting some viral kind of power behind anything you're going to be
Oh,
doing.
the
You know what
amount
I
of
mean?
TikToks that I send to my friends that's just like, cool, it's not like a meme anymore. It's like I want like a meme that is other things. Like I want like
Yeah.
memes in motion. It's like when my parents ask me like, "Oh, like, can I like find the sound for this GIF?" I'm like, "No, that's
Yeah.
not how it works." But like that is what we all want. Like we all want
Yes.
just the quick little
Right.
video that's funny and like memes are now just full on video form.
I love this. This is great. So yeah, tell us a little bit more. What are we going to do after this right now?
Yeah, so we're going to talk about, yes, let's all be content creators. That's really what Adobe Abroad is about, is teaching you guys how to be content creators.
Good.
So we're going
There's
to
our
talk
new tagline.
about how to tell a good story. And we're going to kind of blaze through a bunch of things for just filming in general, for video content creation. And the first thing that I want to talk about is this idea of enter late and leave early. If you're trying to tell a story, you don't want to show the whole process. You always want to come in late and have people wondering, like, wait, what's going on here, right? It builds that intrigue, builds that interest. And then if you leave early, right, then that's the thing in horror movies where somebody is like, being attacked by a zombie and the zombie goes, and then it cuts to a shadow and on the wall of just the arms. That's leaving early, because a lot of times your brain will fill in what happens, and being able to leave early will sometimes make it more impactful than if you actually let the audience see it. So that's a great idea to kind of pull that through. The next is don't tell me, show me. Right. And this is the cardinal sin that I'll see in movies, and especially in vlogs and stuff like that, is the kind of uh, talking head or dialogue back and forth, right, Nick? If we're doing an overview of office hours, that like we're not showing videos and cool things, it's just us here talking the entire time, right? That's like,
Exactly.
okay, whatever. You want to show, right? We want to get hands on. We want to see what's going on. If you're talking about a parade, show me the parade. Don't just talk about being at a parade.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which you're not at a parade right now, but if whatever, if you see a
You could
dog on the
be.
street. And then the next is that context makes the content work. So if you are telling a story, setting where you are, what you're doing, what time of day it is, these are called establishing shots. They're very, very important, right? So you don't just want to jump into a story and you're like, wait, where's this house? What's happening? Having that exterior shot that's like, oh, it's a nice neighborhood. It's during the day. Okay, it's midday, and now we're inside and it's going. And so that way it will help. Uh, Oh, people are getting 404s on the bit.ly/Adobe Office Hours. It just worked for
Ooh.
me, so maybe try it again. Um,
We'll double check on that.
yeah, we'll double check it. My goodness, my words. All right, next we're going to talk about some terms. Nick, do you want to start these off? And we
Yeah,
have
let me get
examples
to
of
that
these
one.
as well.
There we go. Zoom. Zoom is obviously getting into the interest, getting into that closer kind of frame, something from further away right in there. What does it typically do? I'm assuming it's just giving you the attention of something, but it causes drama, it causes comedy. It's like such a great lead in, right?
Yes, absolutely. It takes something from you're looking at the whole scene, and the director, whoever's filming or whatever you're trying to do for clients or for your own videos, you're saying, hey, I want you to look at this, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you can pull that out, and then sometimes you're saying, I want you specifically to look at this. I want you to be confronted, for it to be in your face. Again, this clip here from Kill Bill is such a great example of using a zoom to like really push emotion. Really,
Love it.
Tarantino does this like
Yeah.
so well.
Yeah. Almost becomes a signature too with some of these
Yes.
folks, right?
Yep.
What's up next?
So the next is a pan, and a pan is basically where you're moving the camera left and right, but keeping it on the same location. So it's locked in on like a tripod, and then just moves left and right. Like, this is you standing somewhere and just moving left and right.
Mm-hmm.
And a great example of that is this scene in Paranormal Activity. They attach a fan, or sorry, they attach a camera to an oscillating fan so they can see in both rooms at the same time. And this
Beautiful.
scene is like literally 5 minutes long, and it just goes back and forth and back and forth. And I remember watching it and being like, this is the greatest use of a pan I've ever seen in my life, because they do little creepy things on either side. So this is a great example of a pan if you're going to use that
Nice.
in your work. Next up, what do you got, Nick?
We got tilt. So tilt is where you are going to raise the angle up or down when it comes to how you're filming your shot from the same location. I think I tried one or two of those in my clips just to kind of try for the variety for
Yep.
sure. But what's a great example of this one?
Dude, you guys don't like, no one appreciates how good the Matrix movies are. And when I was thinking of a tilt, oh, will you share the intros for the video illustrator challenges? Oh yeah, actually, we can take a look at those at some point, and look at, maybe in homework I'll post them behind the scenes and show you how we built
Nice.
those. The Matrix is the best example of this, right? We have this scene. He opens his jacket, it tilts up, right? Locked in, tilts from the guns
Amazing.
up to his face, right? Just up and down. And it's basically showing, as the audience, making us focus and then focus again, right? Our eyes become what the tilt is, and we can see things kind of top to bottom. So this is a
Yeah.
great example of a tilt. And yes, the Matrix movies are like some of the best.
Nice.
Next, Nick, what's a dolly shot?
Dolly shot is where you imagine the camera on the track and it's being pushed or pulled to or from the object that you're trying to do. And you see this. I mean, this could even be, the intro credits to Star Wars, right? Like
Yep.
that whole idea. But what's your example, and what do you want to highlight for this
Yeah,
one?
so this is a shot from a music video for Vampire Weekend for Cousins, the song Cousins, and the
Yeah,
whole thing is shot on this dolly, just going back and forth, and then they
love it.
jump cut so that it looks like everything's like changing and moving, the people change, but it's all the same dolly, and that's what these dollies for, is you can get a very consistent shot
Yes.
because it's locked into a track, and change things out, and it's very like jarring and crazy, but looks
Yeah.
really cool. And you can see the track there, you can see every little piece of what a dolly shot really is.
Could a dolly be also too when it's like following a particular subject in
Yes.
mind? Like,
Yep. If they're
so it
walking
doesn't,
through something,
right?
yep.
Yes.
Yeah. So
That's the same
dollies,
term,
yeah,
correct?
basically locked into a track and moving along with something else.
There's a
Um,
great commercial for the new iPhone where it shows somebody on a like a garbage dolly, like a dolly you use for your garbage can,
oh yeah.
and someone's pushing that person, and they've got the camera in their hand, and you're basically making your own dolly, which is really
Yes.
really
I used
cool.
to do that so many times that it's like,
Skateboards,
okay, yeah,
right?
skate, dude, the amount of times I've gotten a dolly shot on a skateboard, like just laying down and holding, that's the way to do
Love
it.
it, love it.
So next up is a rack focus. Rack focus is basically where you focus on one thing and then it shifts to focus on something else. If you have one of the newer iPhones, it will actually auto rack focus for you. And then if you're using an actual DSLR or something, it's
That's
basically
great.
this example that it is showing something in the foreground and then pushing it all the way to the background. So it's like you're shifting your focus all the way down. Um,
Nice.
very powerful shot to use if you're trying to focus on something. I
Cool.
believe when we look at my shots, we will actually see that in my video. I'll hold something up and then put my hand behind it. Actually, here, let's just literally rack focus right now.
Go for
So
it.
this is my concealer pen that I use if I have imperfections. And so a rack focus would be right where here you see my face, and I hold this up and my camera focuses to that, right? And so we're on this, and then I let go and it focuses back to my face. So that's all that a rack focus is changing that focus back and forth.
Nice.
All right, let's talk about transitions. Nick, you're going to use some of these transitions, I believe, in your videos.
Yeah.
What's the first one?
First one is dissolve. I think we all know this one. This is just where you melt from one to the other. I think it's just the nicest one to use, even to get rid of the rigidness of clip to clip, right? Just a
Yes.
quick way. Particularly, I'm going to use it just because I'm not the most advanced person in any kind of video editing. I think it's a shoe-in, right? It's
Yep.
just a perfect way to go. Yeah.
Yeah, and it makes it Hawk is a beauty influencer now. Oh, you just wait. Um, and so yeah, dissolve is it's a softer way to continue that story going.
Yeah.
And then a wipe, you don't see these anymore except for in Star Wars, but they are a
Oh,
transition that you can
totally.
use
Yes.
in your videos that is built in. I believe that Nick, I saw that you had one in there. And so
Maybe.
yeah,
Yeah.
this is a wipe. It's an example from Star Wars, right? It wipes
Yeah.
from one scene to the other instead of being a hard cut. It looks like it's kind of sliding across.
Yes.
So here, this is a list of a bunch of inspirations. I'm gonna go through these super quick because we do want to get into the programs pretty quickly here.
Yeah.
These are people for you to watch to get inspired by that are amazing video creators that either create on the go or are able to or directors that have
Yeah.
signature styles. So Gus Johnson on YouTube, really great, fun editing. Casey Neistat, great editor, great storyteller. Todrick Hall, high production. Lisa Koshy, great storyteller. Nikki Tutorials, beauty influencer, really great at lighting, shots. Barry Jenkins is the director of Moonlight, really great at telling stories, amazing lighting. Gaspar Noé, he's like, if you're not into just weird stuff, don't even bother. His stuff is really weird, but super signature and able to tell a story in like very like emotionally jarring ways.
Yeah.
Spielberg, the king of the dolly shot.
Oh,
Spielberg
yeah.
is, yeah, he makes all of that work. Tarantino, king of the zoom. We got that mega zoom. Wes Anderson, again, Wes Anderson's probably a king of the pan and tilt, right? You see so many times that he's just locked in pan and tilt. And then Celine Sciamma, she did a Portrait of a Lady on Fire, and that was
Beautiful.
fantastic as well. Um, all right, Nick, Adobe Rush, what's it
Yeah.
for?
This sums it all up.
Yep.
Shoot, move, strut, cook, glam, anything you want, and edit and share.
Yes.
We will just want to stress the fact that you could take it outside, do whatever you want to do. It's on the go. So much you can do here. We put a few slides together, kind of showing you a little bit here about what it is. It's a free mobile desktop app. You can use this on your mobile, on your computer as well, anywhere. And it's all seamless, just like all these other things that we're using that are Adobe Mobile. Wherever you are, from any phone, high quality, super good. I'm really blown away at its just ease. It's meant for people that have maybe never done this before. All the icons and kind of the UI is super kind of self-intuitive, just really great. It's super fun, interactive. I love the idea that we're really going to up our game when it comes to what we can do on social media. So those are
Yep.
just some really quick tips we can do. But here's their features, and we're going to try to do as much of this as possible.
Yes, we've talked a
Got
lot, so
everything.
we're gonna have to really
Yeah.
rush into Rush.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, I
If
had
only
to.
we could play
I had to do
Rush
it.
at this
I
time.
know.
But yeah, you
Here's
can
all the
see
stuff. We're
everything
gonna
here.
cover all this as we go, so we'll just blast through
Yeah.
this. Your homework will come back to at the end. So, all right, let's actually get into the program, start
All
working,
right.
show you guys some cool stuff. Nick, I'm gonna cut over to you, and you can kind of
Let's
take
do
away and
it.
start showing. Y'all can see Nick's iPad here on the screen,
Yay. There
and
it
follow
is.
along there.
Perfect. So I'm going to hit the plus sign, make a new one here. So I'm going to add media. And what I have here is some stuff that was just taken throughout. Got some rocks, got some plants. We got a tree trunk, birds of paradise I found throughout here and there, a little bit here. So I've picked the ones I like. I'm going to hit create. And basically all I'm going to do is I'm going to get this kind of space here. This is the workspace now for the project. I've got all my clips, can move around, see how they look. I hope I didn't put the one in here. There was one here where I was here and I was backing up. Didn't realize I was on a big stone and fell completely
Yes,
backwards. It was
that's the
just
shot we
perfect,
need. Yeah.
right? So perfect. So we're right here. I want to show you too that what you can do here is I'm just pinching here, and you can see when I open with two fingers, I can see the bigger spread of the clip itself. Okay. So what's great about it is it's intuitive to the things that you already do on your phone and on your tablet, which is great. If I want to take anything like this and just clip it, all I'm doing is I'm just sliding. I pick one end, go back and forth. And now I've made that just a tad bit smaller, and
Yep.
it's already doing it, which is really, really great. The other thing I want to do is this one here, since it's kind of a good intro, it's also maybe a good outro. And the one thing I wanted to do was I'm going to just line it up right in the middle here. So I'm going to just move it until I get it right around there. And then I'm going to hit the scissors thing. And now all I've done is I've made that into 2 clips. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to press and hold, and I can bring this all the way to the end. Now I have kind of an intro and outro that is the same.
Yep, and it
Right?
works just like old video editing used to be, that we have the film and you'd lay it down, you'd cut it, and then you'd overlap it and tape it together. We're doing the
Yes.
exact same thing. We're cutting and literally physically moving things away. And yes,
Perfect.
it is Rush is not on desktop, but the full program is, and you can take these from mobile over to desktop.
Correct. Yeah, that's a great idea. So let's say I've got the first one up here. I'm going to go right into this button here, that little like lightning bolt. And this is where we're going to have all that fun with the transitions.
Yes, production value.
Exactly. So I'm going to add this. You can actually add the duration to it. So let's see what happens. You can see here, I'm getting, I have a little bit of that right at the very beginning. I have a little fade in. That's perfect. So what it's going to do is when it gets to the leaves, it's going to do that as well there. So I get that perfect fade in right there. Okay. Go back to the beginning. Now let's say we want to add a little text, right? So up here at the very top is that T button. You say add graphic. And now you have all different kinds. You have some ones here that are ready to go. I'm going to choose this one here and hit OK, add. Perfect. So now when you get here, I can move this around, which is kind of cool. It kind of starts to feel like you're just on one of your layout programs, right? Something
It's
that you're using.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's almost like Spark. If you guys did great on Spark the first week that we did
Yes.
it, it's very similar to working in that interface of Spark. And you can see there at the bottom on his timeline, they're stacked on top. And so effects
Yes.
stack on top of the clips, and you can
There
move
you
them
go.
around, do whatever, and it just shows that it is actually applying to that clip above there.
Yeah, and you can shorten it. You can have it in the middle. You can have it in the full thing, or it can go to the next one as well, right?
Yes.
Which is kind of cool. So I'm going to hit back this. So I've got garden here. Let's double tap on it. Hit this guy again.
And
Whoops,
people are
done.
saying that there is a Premiere Rush on desktop. Yep, Rush is on desktop too.
Nice. So I'm going to use a
Yes,
nice
it is.
classic,
Sorry.
like here's going to change the font to Bodoni, get garden a little bit bigger.
Yes.
And the other thing I want to do is add a little drop shadow to it as well. So I'm going to click on here. And now what's cool, look at this. I mean, this is literally like you're in Photoshop or Illustrator. I can add a little bit of blur, a little bit of distance right there, and the angle. So I can get it right to where I want. Perfect. Okay.
Yes.
Then let's click on the subtitle. So you can see all you're doing is you get that, and I can change it here. I'm just going to say around the neighborhood.
Oh, Nick has the clicky typing on.
Oh, there you go.
There
Oh,
we
yes,
go.
right. You're capturing all the sounds. All the
ASMR. Yes,
sounds.
this is
I love it.
ASMR Adobe Rush stream.
Perfect. Okay, so now we're good. I can close that here, go back to the very beginning, and let's see how it looks. Perfect. But you know what you could do too is like you can bring garden in afterwards. You can give it a transition on its own, right? So I'm going to take this, go to transition, right? You can fade it in, and I'm going to look at this. I'm going to just take it and make it a little bit shorter here. Let's see. Come on. Oh, let me do my zoom. There you go. Make this shorter. So it's coming in a little late, right?
Yep.
Now watch.
Ooh.
Tranquil.
Welcome to the garden.
Yeah.
Today on
Isn't that great?
HDTV.
It's just a blast. This
It
is so
is.
cool. So we are going to use some audio, which is cool. And the neat thing about this is it has preset ones. Some of the stuff I've used in the past has like 4 or 5. This is like endless. So here's what you're gonna do. You click the little music button here. You hit browse, and you can see you have all this great stuff. I'm gonna go here and
And
go
hold
to,
on, before you hit
yes,
anything,
yeah.
everyone just turn your headphones down. There is potential that it will come through super loud. It may not, but
Oh,
just like everyone be aware that there is
oh, geez.
possibility for this to be so loud right now.
So I called, yes, thank you. This was called Tropical House. That was the one I found here. Let's search for it. Perfect. So I believe it was this one. I'm going to add it. Oop, perfect, dude. I think we can do this
Cool.
with that selected. And let's go to audio.
And again,
Ah,
you can see that it's stacking. So in the center are all your clips of what we're showing. On the top is what we're adding as effects. And then at the bottom is what it sounds like.
yes.
And so we'll have to turn off the audio on the clip to have that music
Yeah.
come through, but you can layer them if you want as well.
So you can see I lowered that very, very low down to 9. So when I hit this, and let's get it a little bit higher maybe.
Oh, no, no, no. That's
Is
exactly
that
where it
good?
should be. Yes,
Okay.
we're good.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect. Now, let's go back here. You can see I can stretch this. Let's see, get music back here. Take this, and oh, I can duplicate it, right? Or can you stretch it? How do you how would you make this all the way to the end?
Loop it.
Expand?
I would probably duplicate or expand. Either of those I think will work.
Ah, okay. Let's see.
I'd duplicate it and then just add another copy of it.
Yes. Okay. So here, oh, press and hold, right?
Yes, and people are saying this is such a vibe. People are super into the tropical house.
There it is.
Yes, you tap on
Duplicate,
it. There you go, duplicate.
and then bring it here. Perfect.
Yep, right there. And you can clip everything into where it will snap to each other. There are like endless possibilities of music in there. You'll see when I get
Perfect.
in, I'm going to do something very different.
Love it.
I'm not sure about the use of these. We're using them on YouTube. We're 90% sure that we're not going to get a copyright strike.
Yeah.
So we'll look and maybe post in Discord when we find out the actual answer to that. But I think that these are all
Excellent.
basically Adobe stock. You can use them and whatever. So
So
we'll
here's
check
something
into
I
it.
found out cool. When you double click on here, I can actually, where's the thing where, oh, if I go to audio, is this it? Oh, so let's mute
The
the
clip.
audio. So that had audio in it, and I don't want it. I want just my recording to be there. So
Yep.
when I click back here, I'm going to get the audio again. Oh, did I mute it completely? Let's see.
I think you muted the music and not the.
Oh, you're right. Here, mute. I did. You're right.
We're killing it, y'all.
There you go. Okay. So one other thing I wanted to show, what I thought was really neat, when you're on a certain clip like this, I guess this is, someone had mentioned, if you are doing a review of something and you want your video to be in the bottom right-hand corner and something else in the back, you can actually add to this, right? So I'm going to click
Yes.
here and I'm going to go back to my media. And let's say I'm going to find that one that I did not use. And that might be this one here. Okay. Add it. And you're going to see what it's going to do is right there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it here and put it above. Let's see. Look at us.
And yes,
Look at me.
stock.adobe.com/audio.
Ah, there we go. I got it. So now it is part of this one here. And when I click here, watch what happens.
It's basically an effect that's stacked on top, right? There we go.
Yes.
It cuts to the neck to the other, and then
But what
comes back in.
what you can do is you could take it and you can scale it down. So I think that is in the, let's see, crop. So let's take this. Let's make the small. There it is.
There it is.
So
Yep.
if you want a picture in a picture, there it is. Okay. So back here, plus it comes in and it's like the secondary image you can use as well. And you can do some cool stuff. You can even rotate this thing. Look at this. You can get it in at a weird angle, something like this. So it's just, I think there's so much to explore and kind of see there as well. Transitions, we talked about that too. You can do it any of these when you have it clicked. You have all these other ones that are like, here's that wipe one that we were talking about. So if I go right here to the end,
Star Wars wipe.
watch this. Boom.
Boom.
There you go.
Star Wars wipes forever. Star Wars wipes are like the secret weapon. If y'all need to do that, please incorporate it into your homework.
So that's my intro thing to it. And guys, this is me like using it for like literally 20 minutes prior to this. I wanted to make it like as new and fresh because to me, I think it's important that we're pushing things that you guys can learn very, very quick as well.
Yep.
Right.
And so let's get over. I'm actually on my
Go for it,
iPhone.
dude.
So we're
Let's
gonna.
do it.
Oh
Oh
no. Oh. Good.
Where
Oh
are we
man,
at?
I pushed a button and it was broken and it fixed itself.
Don't you scare me, dude.
So we're hopping over to my iPhone. I recorded a little get ready with me so you guys can see what happens before I go on camera here at Office Hours or any other show. And I just took a bunch of shots real quick to kind of grab, all right, this is what I do, this is what I do, this is what I do. And so I want to piece these together, but the problem is there was a baby sleeping like right next to me in the next room as I was recording this. So I couldn't do any audio. I had to be really, really quiet. So I'm going to put my shots in here just real quick. I'm actually going to start a new project, just hitting this plus, and I'm going to add in media. So I'm going to go to my videos right here, and I'm just going to select all of the videos that I have. So I know that I have these right there all the way up, and I'm going to hit create. So it's preparing that media, it imports all of those videos in for me. Oh, there we go. Hold on. Wait for it. There we go. So now I have everything in here, right? It's my timeline. All the shots are in. It looks good to me. And I want to start moving stuff around. So I know that I want to start with this shot here. So you can literally just grab it, and then I'll drag it over to the front. I believe that these are in like an opposite order. And so as we drag these, I'm kind of putting them in the order that I want to tell my story. And again, I know that my story was shot in sequential order, so if it's not, you can realign those. But very, very easy to just click and drag, move things around. One more here. Oops. Drag that over, and then drag this over. And let's just take a look to kind of see where we landed. So we're going to hit play here. And you can see I knew that I was going to put something over this. And so I'm pointing, I'm kind of, maybe this is a TikTok, right? I'm making a little TikTok that I can upload. And this is just something that I know I'm going to be talking over it. So as I tell the story, I'm just showing you, hey, here's what's happening. And that way, again, show people, don't tell, right? So we've got, this is my makeup drawer. It's got all my stuff in there, as well as all the makeup that I put on when I go on camera. And so this shot feels a little bit too long, right? I'm like, there's so many things. Why are we pulling out so much stuff? So let's go ahead and click on this, and I'm going to go down to speed. And this is a super great option. Is I can definitely change things to just adjust the overall speed, but I can actually click and drag. To change the speed, and we're going to drag this down, up, so that it is much, much shorter of a clip. And we are going to hit OK. You can also ramp, which means that it's going to ramp up and down, which is what I want. I want it to hit the clip and then speed up and then slow down at the end, and that's called speed ramping. We also can click this button to maintain pitch. That's if I'm talking, so that it doesn't go. It'll stay at like the regular pitch. And hey, what's up? Chris Porter's here. What's up, dude? So we're going to go back, and now I'm going to play that shot and kind of show you how it goes through. So we have the pointing shot, then we go into, I'm turning my camera on, then we have a quick little hi, hello, there we are, and then we get into my drawer, and you'll see it ramp up here. Slow, and then it ramps into the fast.
Love that.
Right? It's going fast through this shot. I'm pulling all the things out of the drawer, and watch as it slows down at the bottom. The last 0.5 seconds will be a slow right there, and slows down a little bit. Then we cut to me. So I'm just really cutting back and forth to show you here the little things. And there's a moment here where I hit myself in the eye with that cap. So I thought that was a funny moment. So what I'm going to do is just come back here, and when it pops off and almost hits me in the eye right there, I'm going to go ahead and cut this and just repeat it a few times, right? And maybe I'll do different crops, different effects, and it's kind of that like triple hit where it's like boom, boom, boom. So we're going to go and just go over to the scissors right there. We'll cut that, and then I'm going to scroll until it hits my face right there.
Nice.
And cut that again. So I can zoom in, and now I have this little clip right here. I'm going to duplicate it again.
And Grant, don't forget, this is all on your phone.
Yes, I'm literally just on my phone. So I have the duplicate here. And now on this one, maybe I want to do a slow-mo, right? Definitely a possibility to do a fun slow-mo here. And then I also want to add an effect where I zoom in. So I tap on effects.
Elizabeth was asking for it right before you said it. I love it.
Let's go to motion. And let's see here. I should be able to pan and zoom. I don't know why I can't do it. You can pan and zoom, I promise.
Oh, it's in crop, right?
Oh, it is in crop. You're right.
Yeah.
So we'll zoom in, yes, and we'll do, let's see here. Let's do scale. Where are we? Scale width, is this what I want? Yes. So we zoom in on my eye. Let's go ahead and just move it in the frame a little bit. And so instead of moving the clip, I can actually click on the video area and then move that clip around. And this wasn't scripted. I literally did it, and it hit me in the eye, and I was like, cool, this is great for being able to show you guys. So I can zoom out, and now we can go back, and I'll show you this clip to where I'm opening. This is an eye serum to help me with my under eyes.
To wake up.
just to wake up a little bit. And you can see that we have that fun cut that just makes it a little more interesting, a little more kind of poppy. And that would be something that's called a jump cut, which means you're jumping into it. So we've got opens and boom, boom, slow mo.
Love
And
it.
then we continue on with the story. So what I can also do, and I'm going to do this real quick, is I know that I want to talk through this and have a voiceover. So if you see this a lot on TikTok, if you are trying to talk over something, again, if I couldn't talk because the baby was sleeping, I can simply go back to my timeline and scroll over to this plus button. And when I hit this plus button in the corner, boop, right there, I can go to voiceover, and it's going to have a countdown for me so I can watch and know when to start, when to finish, and then I can talk over. So let's just do a quick voiceover as we go. Hey everybody, so I'm doing a get ready with me today, and yeah, check out my routine. We're gonna get started here. So first up, I always turn on my camera and make sure all of the tech is working and going through. Hi. And from there, I pull out all of the makeup. I have a powder and a brush that I use. And then we have a little concealer for any blemishes and the eye makeup that I use to wake up when I have baggy eyes in the morning. So got to remove those glasses, and then we go ahead and pop off that top, hit myself right in the face, and then apply it to my under eyes. So we're going to go ahead and stop there and watch this. So it's recorded my voiceover. When I go back and play, it's going to sound just like, oh, again, this might be so loud. It's going to sound just like I have recorded this as a voiceover. So here we go. Hey everybody, so I'm doing a get ready with me today, and yeah, check out my routine. We're gonna get started here. So first up, I always turn on my camera and make sure all of the tech is working and going through. Hi. And from there, I pull out all of the makeup. I have a powder and a brush that I use. And then we have a little concealer for any blemishes and the eye makeup that I use to wake up when I have baggy eyes in the morning. There we go. So again, it sounds just like it's going into there. And I can come in and I believe that I can select this audio here. And we can go in and change the volume. And the greatest thing that I love is you can choose the type. So if it's music, it will augment it in one way. If it's voice, it will augment it in one way, and it actually will detect between the two. So now my voice is much clearer, much awesome, and I also, much awesome. I can also click on auto volume because I want that, and let's balance the sound, why not? And there was some weird noise in there, so we're gonna go ahead and reduce the noise in the background, and we're going to reduce the echo. So let's go ahead and enhance speech as well. We want it to be a little lower, a little more down here. And let's listen one more time. Hey everybody, so I'm doing a get ready with me today, and yeah, check out my routine. We're gonna get started here. So first up, I always turn on my camera. So you can hear there that it is completely different, no echo.
Amazing.
It's changed the audio, right? Really refined it, which is just an amazing, amazing feature. Yes, everyone's like, this is amazing. Yes, it's
Who
so
knew?
good,
Yeah.
y'all. It is so good. And so the last thing that I want to show you is we pointed at the very beginning, right? I pointed up here and was like, hey, check it out. So we're going to go ahead and hit graphics, and I'm going to add a graphic. Now what I can do is, again, Nick showed me this, is we can browse through and you can do overlays, you can do titles, you can do transition graphics. I want to do a fun little overlay, and so I'm going to do a subscribe button because we want you to smash that sub button. Yep.
Yep.
And we're just going to make sure that we scale this up. So oops, yes, I want it to say subscribe. We're going to click here and crop, there we go, transform, that's the word I want. And we're going to scale this up, just using that scale width. Make sure we can see it, there we go. And then again, we can just click on this and tap it on the actual screen, and that will allow us to move it around in different places. Oops. There we go. And so we can just tap and move that around on the actual screen super easily and very quickly. And then again, I'm going to do the same thing that Nick did to find where is the point that I actually pointed, and then make sure that it aligns to the start and end of that point. If you do put your playhead right where you want it, it will snap to that point, which is great, and it also will snap to the end of a clip. So let's play the intro one more time. Hey everybody, so I'm doing a get ready with me today, and yeah, check out my routine. We're gonna get started here. There we
So
go. So we have that fun little
Amazing.
subscribe animation come up, all stuff on Adobe stock. And then if we want to, we can add music just like Nick did. We can add it under there and have another layer kind of stacked on top of everything. So amazing, super powerful tool. And Nick, I believe that you had a final edit of yours that you had finished.
Ooh, did I?
I think so. Well, you had something with more things on it that you showed before. Here's the thing. My favorite thing on this show is to throw to Nick with like no context.
Yeah.
Like
Always good, dude. Always good.
0%.
No,
Yeah.
this was the one I had tried to play around with here. Let's see.
Garden.
The garden.
This
Right
week
into some
in Nick's
beautiful
garden.
stuff. You can see I've really worked on pace and timing here, but I switched from black and white to color. Some of them have heavy saturation, some of them don't. Got in a little slide
Yes.
on with it as well.
Oh yeah, and let's look at the color effects. Do you want to show how to Oh, sorry everyone.
Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
we did it. We got us. Oh no.
What
So sorry.
happened? Was it way loud?
Oh, it like clipped
Oh.
through the roof.
Oh,
Um,
so sorry. My bad.
oopsies.
Down. We got it down to 9 now, so we're pretty good.
Yeah, so Nick, do you want to show how to do
Yes.
the color tools that you did? Because that might be good when we're talking, right? We looked at Lightroom last week and got kind of
Yeah.
a feel for toning that
Yeah.
maybe we do want to do something that like, ooh, it is toned all like the Matrix or whatever, something that's toned
Yeah.
all together.
So you can see what you've got here. You've got all these different presets here that are great. You can see there's our one, but as we go through these, we can find just the right kind of temperature vibe. I love the fact that you could do some good black and white ones. And the great thing too is you're at 50% here. So I can pop that intensity even higher if needed, or less, or wherever you want it to go.
Yes.
Which is great. I believe too, you can go right into edit and actually do it all yourself. So if the preset doesn't have where you're at, you can really get in there, work on this a little bit, add the dramatics, right? Make it happy, make it sad, whatever you're trying to do here. There's even an advanced. Dare I go here and see what else I can do? Look at this. I mean, look at this. Fading it, sharpening it, a vignette. I mean, come on.
Yes,
This is
and
just amazing.
Yep, there's a question of does it upload well if your content is going to social media? Yes, I'm actually exporting mine right now. So it does take a
good.
little while to export.
Excellent.
It's kind of thinking through everything. So I'm exporting right now. And
Yeah.
then we're going to go back to Nick's for a second, but I can choose what to send it to, right? It's saved to my camera roll and I can choose what platform to send it to.
Yeah.
It's not finished, so I don't want to send it right now, but it can export directly to any of these platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Behance. So this will be going onto TikTok eventually. And by that, I mean, I have a TikTok. You can't see it because it's private and I don't use it for anything. So it's not actually going on TikTok. It'll probably go on my Instagram story.
Put it on Discord.
Yeah, maybe I'll put it on Discord once I'm done with a little edit
Yeah.
of it. And so you can export to any of those social media things, which is awesome. And yes, color grading made easy. I so agree. Just
Incredible.
watching Nick, there are built-in presets. Can you talk a little bit about those?
Yeah. These ones here.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Look at this. I mean, love this idea. God, look at the difference between that and just that. I mean, instant kind of difference in kind of temperature and vibe, everything else you want on there, which is great. Again, we go back. Transitions are all through here as well, the pan and zoom. So I can go into that, click on these, kind of auto frame them a little bit differently. Here's all of our different transitions. Again, I can pop it here. And it swipes up.
Yes.
Very cool.
So going back to my screen, let's say that maybe we have done this vertical version and I want to do a horizontal or a square version, right, to post on my feed as well as my stories. We can click over here, and instead of going vertical, we can simply go to the 1x1. It's going to stretch it to a square, which is crazy.
Crazy.
Let's see. I think it's in effects. Yes. So I can hit auto reframe. And what it's going to do is it's going to automatically reframe that for the square, right? And it's actually processing everything right now. And if it works the way that it did, it is going to move. Yes. So it auto reframe. So it figures out what is the best way to frame this shot or this specific part of the video
Hey
for
everybody,
what's
so
going
I'm
on
doing a
in
Get
this
Ready With Me
new
today.
format.
Yeah, check out my routine.
So
We're
you
gonna
see
get
here,
started here.
it's
So
cropping in on my
first up, I
face.
always
It's
turn
making sure
on
that
my
everything
camera
is right
and make sure
exactly where we
all
want it
of
to
the...
be. And then as we go through, it's even zooming into my face on
So
these
gotta
shots.
remove those glasses, and then we go ahead and pop off that top,
Boom.
hit myself right in the face.
And you can see there, even with that zoom in the slow-mo, it was tracking to make sure that my eye and my face was all in. So this is a super, super powerful way to kind of augment things for different platforms very, very quickly. You can turn on motion tracking to say, hey, I want it to be slower, faster, to kind of move around. You also can adjust a frame if you need to kind of move stuff around if it gets a little bit wonky. But yes, Adobe Sensei on duty. Yes,
Totally.
100%. This is maximum Adobe Sensei.
Just consider it's in your phone now too.
Yes. Exactly.
I love it.
Adobe Sensei's everywhere.
Everywhere.
Katrina, what? Yes, Katrina, you can literally auto reframe. I believe that's a feature on the desktop as well.
Nice.
If you have someone, it will actually follow the action in that scene and move it around and reframe it to be in the square, to be in the Instagram story size, to be in all those different sizes. So, Nick, real quick, let's
Yes.
hop in and talk about what are we doing this week and what are we doing next week as far as homework this week and topic next
Yeah.
week.
So here is your mission, guys. We want you to obviously, it looks like a few of you have already downloaded this and are playing with it already on the phone. We want you to get into Adobe Rush, play around with it, see what you can do. And our theme here was the great indoors. So try to imagine you're on a great trip, you're outside, you're traveling, doing something really, really amazing, but do it in the sell something about the great indoors. I think yours was a perfect example of how you're getting ready for something, and
Yeah,
that would
so
be fantastic.
it can be
Have
an
a ball
intro
with
of
it.
you, maybe a tour of your room or your
Design
office.
studio, your desk.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
desk, the breakfast that you make in the morning. I have been like hooked on egg sandwiches for some reason. Like that's all that I want to eat is just like eggs and bread and ketchup. Which like you don't put ketchup on eggs, but I do on a sandwich.
That is
Um,
amazing.
so make a little video. Again, I literally took these shots and edited. I hadn't touched those shots before. It took me maybe 5 minutes to film that, and we hopped on. And just in the matter of 12, 15 minutes that we did, I had a pretty good intro to a video starting. Right, if I spent a half hour on that, I'd have an
Yeah.
awesome little video that kind of showed you who I am, show you a little bit more about my process, and gives you that sneak peek. Again, Nick, you talked about videos being so important for engaging and kind of building that relationship. That's what both of us did, is we showed you a
Yeah.
little peek into our lives.
Yeah. What do you think about, we talked about this in the pre-call a little bit, but doing a little bit of a storyboard. I think that's always kind of a neat way to plan it out. Definitely have fun, film as much as you always want to have more clips than you're actually going to use, right? Kind of
Yes.
like B-rolls and all that kind of stuff. You always hear fancy talk. But I think just a quick little idea of like your intro, your middle, maybe gearing up towards the end, and then the conclusion, right? What kind of tips can we give them as far as storyboarding?
Yeah, so make sure that you know the story you're telling, right? You're going to lead us, and again, you're showing us, not telling us. So make sure that you know the A, B, C. Where is the story going? What is the hits or the
The
beats
why.
of this story, as they say, and what is the why of why you're
Yeah.
telling this? Yes. Um,
Yeah.
and so we are going to be doing a giveaway before we get cut off here. We have about 3 minutes left. We are going to be doing a giveaway in Discord immediately following this stream. So what I want you to do is make sure that you are signed up on our Discord right
Yes.
over here. Click on that link or click on the link that is put in the chat by the mod. And you are going to upload to Discord over here. There's an Adobe Office Hours section. And down here in homework, that's where you're going to be uploading. So you can post on
Yeah.
social media. That's great. But make sure that you upload into Discord. And that's where we'll be looking and doing the reviews next week, as well as doing the giveaways, which are happening this week and probably again next week. I think that we're going to have giveaways for pretty much the rest of Office Hours, which is so fantastic and so exciting.
Amazing.
And Nick, you don't know the answer to this question, so I'm not even going to ask you because I kind
I
of
was
know
like,
the answer to
what's he
this
going to send
question.
my way? Because I don't know.
Nick, what are we giving away this week?
I don't know. You
Yeah,
do know
I
that.
don't either. Hold on, let me pull it up. Okay,
Yeah.
so this week we are giving away a this is our small stuff giveaway. If that's any clue
Yes.
to what's coming, this classifies as our small stuff giveaway. And we will be doing an Adobe Pin, an Adobe Magnet, and an Adobe Flash Drive. And it is a carabiner flash drive, which is pretty cool.
Ooh,
So we are
even
going to
better.
give you a package of small things for our giveaway. And what we're going to be doing is we are going to be hopping over into Discord right after this, and we are going to be looking at someone who has done the homework for last week. We've done a lot of chat and win, but it's a little more investment now as these prizes get bigger and bigger, and we're going to be picking from people who have done the homework. So if you haven't done Lightroom, that's fine. Hop over and start working on your Rush video, and next week we may be upgrading to a little bit of a different prize. Who sees
Could be
what
your
that
lucky
is?
week next week, right?
And so at let's say at exactly 3:28 we'll be actually no 3:26 we'll be announcing that winner. We'll literally hop over there. So go over to Discord right now. Make sure you join. The
just
link
say hi too.
Just say hi. Yeah, just like hit the hi button. And go check that out. And we will be doing some giveaways and having some fun. And Nick, next week we got 1 minute. What are we doing next week?
Next week it's Fresco. Oh, download it now. Play along with us next week. I've got a really great project I'm going to show off in that. I can't wait. It's actually being printed right now, which is
Nick,
like even better.
Dang it, man! Nick's stepping it up. I'm gonna have to. Just man, we should start a rivalry on the show. We really should start like competing and fighting more. I think that that would help ratings.
I think they want to see that more.
Yes,
let's do it.
Yeah, let us know in chat if you want to see Nick and I fight more. All right, well,
all I could pray is that Adobe Max Live one day we have it. That would be amazing.
Full on. So thanks so much for hanging out. Make sure you join the Discord. We're hopping over there right now. After party starts in 1 minute. Go over to Discord. I'm gonna leave our promo slide up. We'll see you next week for Fresco every Friday, 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here on Adobe Office Hours Abroad.
Bye, guys.
Bye.